Congress has until midnight tonight to pass a new funding legislation to prevent a government shutdown. That is right, by midnight tonight, there is going to be a decision whether the government is going to shut down or not. Now, most of the time, this ends up being avoided. However, will that actually be the case this time? Now, one indicator that is never a good sign is Jim Kramer, saying that you always had to buy the fear of a government shutdown and not sell it. Now, if you don't know the history of Jim Kramer, most of the time you want to do the opposite, and he knows what he is giving out. So in other words, this is not the time to buy into the fear of a government shutdown. Now, we did get PCE inflation report that came out today, and the markets are getting a little bit of a bounce. Yesterday I was gone. I had two videos scheduled for you guys. One was on a penny stock and then one was on hourly options. But today we need to cover the market. We need to cover crypto. We need to cover AMC and Gamestop. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So amidst the government shutdown, potentially shutting down at midnight tonight, we got a PCE inflation report that actually came out a little bit decent, which is giving the market of a bounce. It rose 2.4% below expectations of 2.5. Core PCE inflation was 2.8 below expectations of 2.9. However, this does mean that CPI, PPI, and PCE inflation are all back on the rise, which could affect overall Powell's decision in January. Now, here's an interesting signal before I show you the market: the Walmart recession signal. This has jumped to the highest level since the 2020 pandemic. This is a recession indicator measured by Walmart's stock price divided by the S&P Global Luxury Index of luxury goods stocks. The gauge has almost doubled this year. Walmart has risen 83%, while the S&P Global Luxury Index has remained unchanged year to date. In previous economic cycles, such a significant divergence signaled a recession was coming. Is the US economy headed for a recession? Now, this is just one of several indicators indicating that we are going into a recession, if not are already inside of one. Now, the S&P 500 on the monthly time frame also indicates several tops coming in around December based on previous bull markets. If you come back to December of 2021, you can see that there was a top on the S&P 500. Yes, it did recapture it in January before selling off even more and faking everyone out, which could very well be a possibility, but it did indicate a top here. We also got a top in 2019 in December. Yes, it did recapture in January and kind of recapture it in February, but overall the local top stayed the same before this major correction when COVID actually hit. December also indicated a low in 2018. Now, these are just some examples of why December coming into January, a new year, are huge candles to pay attention to. And previously we have been ripping heads off, meaning we could see a move in the other direction. On top of that, fear and greed index has completely swapped from extreme greed all the way to extreme fear, meaning, yes, the SPY got rugged and everyone is shitting bricks. Now, I don't blame them because $1.1 billion was liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 24 hours, and that was yesterday, December 19th. Coming into today, we also saw $680 million more liquidated from the cryptocurrency market. Now, this doesn't just look like a pullback to me. This looks like something dangerous. Take Dogecoin, for example. It broke structural support up here and it came all the way back down and closed under a fib level. And now we are building a candle inside of this. Yes, we did get a wick all the way down here, which could have been bullish, but we did get a wick up here, which is not even close to structural support that Dogecoin actually has, meaning we could just continue the free fall back down to 22 cents along with other memes like BONK. I mean, this chart looks disgusting. We are absolutely selling off. If you didn't have a stop loss, you are getting cooked. And I can tell you right now, I have made some mistakes. I am not a perfect trader. BONK is something I didn't have a stop loss on, and you guys know I went in heavy on BONK. So are we going to get a bounce? Unfortunately, I'm not too sure. Now, today, we also have another catalyst. The quarterly triple witching, or quad witching, if you call it, will see $6.5 trillion worth of options tied to individual stocks, indexes, and exchange-traded funds that expire. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is a record. So what does that mean? That means tons and tons of options are about to expire today. A lot of those will expire out of money. A lot of those will expire worthless, but you are going to see tons and tons of volatility. This is also the first time you are seeing other plays like XRP break below a parallel channel that it has been trading in this entire bull cycle since the beginning of November. So you're seeing weakness across the board. You saw Bitcoin test this supply zone, come all the way up, fake people out as if it broke above, and absolutely get smashed back beneath it. And if we close this weekly candle beneath 100K, this is major confirmation, in my opinion, that the downturn is not over. GameStop, 29.66, up 2.5% on the day. Sometimes during the day, this thing is trading inverse the S&P 500, and sometimes it is not. We have called out several things with GameStop. One thing we're paying attention to are these little flag patterns that we have. Getting this pop here, pop here, pop here, pop here, playing out one more flag, which we said could be a very well possibility, and then getting this last move up to probably $32.60, coming back down to 31, squeezing. Okay, that is something that I am watching for and looking out for coming into late December. I don't care what the market does. I don't care if it flies back up or it crashes back down. Well, obviously I care a little bit. I do have some put positions on the overall market. Now the SPY is trading. Now AMC is trading at $4.14, up 1.2% on the day. Was this move the same as this move? Well, almost. It looks almost identical. You really can't make this up. Some things are playing out inverse. I don't know where it's going to go from here, but we have seen every single touch point play out the same on AMC. What I can tell you is, however this choppy barcoding price action plays out, we have a time frame between now and mid-January. I don't care if it happens tomorrow. I don't care if it happens mid-January, to squeeze. Okay, and that is just something that I'm watching for AMC. Touching on AMC, a base for this, the yearly domestic box office has just passed $8 billion. They said we wouldn't even get past 7.2 or something like that. So shout out AMC. Blackberry. Guys, you can't make this up. We've given you this on the channel. It's up 20% today, trading at 360. Blackberry is absolutely beginning its move up, and a lot of people aren't looking at it. A lot of people aren't keeping their eye on it. If we get above 390 on Blackberry, I'm watching for that move to 510. Very simple as that. This thing is looking great. Hit its low back here in August, and now it is finally starting to pump. Okay, now is not the time to jump on the brakes on Blackberry, in my opinion. Nothing I say is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Tesla, here's the thing about Tesla as well as Nvidia. I am looking for puts here. Yes, Tesla has been a rocket, but based on this top that we got above 458 and we couldn't push back to 518 or hold 458, we came down to support. We held it. I see a potential rejection. I will say either where we're trading at today, right around 443, 452, or ultimately 459.50. And I will be looking for puts on Tesla so that it bounces up and comes way back down to support right around $360. $362.50 is the ultimate level that I'm watching for. I am seeing this along the market as a relief bounce, and I potentially see some sort of black swan over the horizon, as well as Nvidia. I did take a put position on Nvidia, but this thing continued to pump past this ascending resistance level. I assume we are going to get a wick in here and not actually close above the previous high of this candle at 134. Okay, if we get a close above 134, I will likely want to exit my Nvidia puts. However, I assume this is going to be a wick and we are going to get back beneath this channel and then potentially break lower and snap back to 123.30. Last but not least, the US also asked Nvidia to investigate how its chips ended up in China despite the ban. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Don't forget to come join the Discord, come talk with me and the most amazing people, stocks and crypto all day long. I also post my trades as soon as I take them. You can come request videos. Level yourself up, guys. It is cheap. The value you get out of it, one trade could pay for this thing for years and years and years. We also have option sweep alerts, dark pool trade alerts, insider trade alerts, market news, and all that good stuff. Many additional channels. So the value you get out of it is crazy. That link is at the very top of the description under the video, and I will pin it in the top of comments for you. And if you want up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, use my Moomoo link, open an account. It's a free broker, and deposit into your account once they approve you. They should approve you in like 2 minutes, hopefully. Then once you deposit, you will start earning crazy benefits from their platform. And yes, you can trade with your deposit. It's still your money. You can pull it out, whatever you want. But it will give you up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000. grand, 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, level 2 order book data for free, access to shorting, trading options, viewing other exchanges, customizable earnings calendar, and more. So their tools are great over there. That is it, guys. Those links are in the description. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Socks out.